Many of us believe that we don't have time, but as I'm getting older and in my 40s, I have realized if there is anything that we have today, it's time. And I say this because most of the time, we always find a reason and we find an excuse as to why I don't want to do what I'm really passionate about. And in my 20s, I always wanted to do some sort of a talk show. It just never happened. I never found the time. And before I know it, I'm in my 40s and I still feel like I don't have time. So I realized that if there is going to be a time, it's going to be today, it's going to be now. I will make thousands of mistakes. I am going to get a lot of criticism, which I'm so looking forward to it. But most importantly, I won't be regretting that I didn't start what I was thinking. Now, let me share what is the theme of my podcast. Um, I'm calling my podcast Lucky These Stories. And when I started floating around the idea of called Lucky These Stories, a lot of people came back to me and said, why Lucky These Stories? It's not your story. It's going to be the people who are going to be on your show. And I think they're right at some point. But let me tell you why Lucky These Stories. Well, lucky obviously is because my name, but it's also most importantly, is for the people who are alive, who are breathing, are lucky. So it's your story, it's my story, it's everybody's story. And the is obviously a significance of the part of the world I come from. It's very commonly used, significantly used word called Lucky da Taba, Lucky the story, Lucky the chai. At some point I did started Lucky the chai, and it hasn't yet completely materialized, but it's still there. The time is there, and it's now. But that's for some other day. Now, what is this Lucky the story is going to be about? It's about people. It's about connecting to individuals, and there is no age as to who can or who cannot come. Everybody is welcome. Everybody is invited. Who has some sort of a story to share, and the story is going to be something what they have achieved or what they're going through in their lives. Who knows, somebody who may listen to this story might get inspired and might change their lives. So I am so excited, I'm thrilled, and I hope so that you are going to get excited and thrilled by listening to this story. um, the last but not the least, I would like you to uh, tune into my podcast. And I'm very careful when I use the word tune because um, subscribe is something you may subscribe, but you may not watch. But if you're tuned in, you are tuning in and connecting. And if you're connected, I have done my job. You have come to us and connect to us, and that is what we're trying to do. We're trying to connect to the humanity. We're trying to connect to everyone and spread this good message about how to uplift people and share their stories. So I hope you get to enjoy this beautiful podcast called Lucky These Stories, and I am so looking forward and thrilled. I will talk to you soon. Have a promising and a wonderful day.